Hi there. Thanks so much for reading this week's newsletter. It's May. I know we're thinking like, oh my gosh, you can see the end of the year craziness looming over you. May is such a busy month for teachers and families, and I know you might be getting a lot of requests if you're a teacher, wondering, you know, should my child have any kind of summer help, summer tutoring, or if you're watching this and you're a parent, you might be wondering, should my child have a tutor this summer, or can they afford to really just take some time off? We've worked hard all year. So I really want you to sit down and make a pro and con list. But here are some factors. First of all, age. If you have a younger child that may be new to special education, may still be in the waiting game with even getting any kind of testing completed, it may be for younger children a smart idea to keep the momentum going and have some kind of summer remediation. Summer slide is a real thing for some kids. So for younger students, I think it is and can be very helpful, especially if you're thinking about somebody that may have some regression over the summer. And it feels like once August, September, whenever the school year starts back up, things really feel like they've slipped to the wayside in terms of what they recall from the prior year. So think about age. Once again, if someone is new to having an IEP and they've just started having reading intervention or receiving services, that is a good time to continue over the summer. And maybe you want to consider less time, right? Not a full-time thing, but you may just to keep the momentum going so that they are ready to go once the new school year starts. That is something. Anybody that's sort of in limbo, if you requested testing, sometime around early spring and things still haven't gotten rolling, and you're about to start a new school year with testing and you're just going to be waiting to see, any kind of eligibility, then it's a good idea just to get the ball rolling and find someone who can tutor your child over the summer, to just get them some extra help. Maybe it was a rough year. We all know, this is, may not be having some remote learning during this time, during the 2021-2022 year, but still, there were a lot of things that made the year a little rocky. So think about that. But to switch completely, there may be times when kids, can take the summer off and it's fine. This is all about balance, right? We don't want to overload kids too much in the summertime. We want to be able to give them some fun activities to relax, to be with family and friends. So when people approach me, when my families approach me, can my child take the summer off? It depends on a couple of things. So some students who've been with me for a long time and I know have really made excellent progress. I feel like, you know what? If you want to either cut back a session or take just a month off, or just do July and take off August and start fresh in September, that's totally fine. So it really is going to depend on the length of time a student has been with me. Once again, you can think about maybe lessening the number of sessions per week if you feel like that's appropriate. It's, as I say in so many things, especially in my podcast episode, it's really going to depend. There's no blanket answer for any of this, but what I'm trying to do is just give you some things to consider before you make that final decision. And I know some schools offer remediation programs in the summer school as an extended school year. You can consider that, or you consider private tutoring where things might be geared more individually to your child. So once again, something to consider. If you're one of these families with that you're thinking, yep, I'm just going to give my child a little break this summer, or you're a teacher that wants to provide some resources for your younger students this summer. I have a lot of summer resources in my store. There are packets that are by specific skills, very, very structured, including decodables in there, practice pages, games that really are just more of a culmination to keep things sharp, keep things fresh, so that we don't run into the summer slide issue for some of these kids. I'm going to put the link to that in this video. So if you do want to look through some of those summer resources, you can check those out. All of those have kind of this yellow background when you look at the cover images. All right, so hope I've given you some food for thought, and let me know if you have any questions at all. Have a great week.